What is up on a Wednesday night? Good evening, Braden. We need a new
What's up,
OC,
Braden?
he says. Way to get it started off in a very quick way,
Positive way.
in a positive way. Welcome to the Sooner Surge live stream. It's 9:30. It's nightly. It's got energy every night. No one holds back on here. And now we've added the live call-ins that will be open again tonight. Uh, Jay, injury availability reports out. David
Moving
Stone's
on.
on it this week.
Moving on, Germ. Moving on.
Moving on.
What I mean, is there anything different on there?
David Stone's on it this week.
As questionable?
Probable. Dion Burks is questionable. Jay, Hunter put something in the Discord today about the offense. They allow a sack 10% of the plays. That is unbelievable.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's crazy.
and
Hey,
what's even more unbelievable? They have two mobile quarterbacks and still allow
yeah,
sacks on 10% of dropbacks.
it's crazy. And that's part of the many problems they have on offense. Hey, what's up, Mike? What's up, Corey? Hey, Tyler, I got to say something to Tyler here. Tyler, how's it going? Doing good. Uh, I learned something new tonight. You know what it was?
What's that?
Gordon Ramsay. Didn't know he was a Texas Longhorn fan.
Hmm.
Is he the
Chester
guest picker? Is he the guest picker this week? Is that what I saw?
maybe. All I know is the availability report is out. Blake from Utah, and David Stone's probable. Other ones that were on there. I mean, Deion Burks is questionable. There was someone else questionable that I mean, it wasn't a surprise, but Farouk is still listed as out. Uh, there was no real news. Everett on PFF was the highest rated offensive lineman last week. If he's not the starting center, I'm going to be absolutely shocked. Chester says Hunter agrees with them then. Fire Bill Beatenbow.
Mess says Hawkins is taking sacks unnecessarily. Six
Absolutely.
against Texas. I would agree with that, but the O line hasn't been good. They haven't really been good all year. I think they've gotten a tad bit better, which I still don't think is that great. What's up,
Bobby's
Rhino?
Bobby is here with some positivity. Bobby says we'll be in pretty good shape if we win Saturday. I would say that's a big if, and pretty good shape is, I guess, a pretty wide range of things.
Yeah, and Rhino 26. Thanks for joining again. Rhino says questionable. And that's him watching the game.
50-50 chance.
50-50 chance. So you're saying you're probably not watching Rhino.
You guys been hearing there being mass move? No, I haven't, man. Ron's here to always start rumors.
Or maybe I froze up. I don't
Blake,
know.
Ron is here to start rumors. Uh, let me get to this because I think Sooner Legend podcast asked about have we seen the offensive numbers compared to John Blake's 1998 season. A lot of people are throwing the 1998 season in here as the
Different.
comparison. Listen, Jay and I were 21 years old in 1998.
You don't need to tell everybody how old I am exactly. I mean, maybe they can
Oh,
guess, but
sorry. Anyway, we know that season really well. We remember it. It was abysmal. I think this year's worse.
well, the difference is that year I'd have to look. I mean, I don't know if Hunter can
They
look
had
it up.
guys playing in wrong positions.
Well, no, that year they made some explosive plays. I think they could still make some explosive plays. This isn't a historically bad offense. It's the worst.
Correct.
I've said it multiple times. Worst offense I've ever seen in my lifetime watching Oklahoma football. It just is. That's the way it is.
Brian
Uh,
Bald Eagle softball scores 19. Okay, flat out domination. This team's going to be exciting to watch. I'm just going to say.
It is. It should be good. And that's right. Adjust the hat 7. He's agreeing, or 98 has some explosive plays. That's the difference. Uh, hey,
Rhino
Ryan.
says, thanks, Rhino. And hey, we do have call ins that will be available tonight for anyone who wants to call in. We'll probably open up that call in link around the 15-minute mark tonight, Jay.
Sounds good to me. Uh, DeMarn Parker. Yeah, he made some very explosive plays. I could go down the list. I mean, Brandon Daniels can make explosive plays. I mean, I know they weren't great at quarterback back in the day there, but still, it wasn't a good offense. Nobody's saying that, Aaron. But you're right. DeMarn Parker was available, and could explode to the house anytime he touched it. So
Dow Poets 83. Here's what I would say. The recruiting has been pretty good under BV. Uh, is that going to fall off if they continue to lose? Absolutely, it is. I don't care what people say. Winning cures all things. Has BV
I got
lost
to.
momentum? Has BV with this team? Saturday is going to determine a lot on it. How much this team's bought in, Jay.
Hey, and that leads to me to a great question I want to ask. And Sooner fan says if OU finishes 4-8, should OU find a new head coach? Here's the question I'm going to ask, and I want everybody to think about this. You can put it in the chat, call in a little bit, and talk about it if you want to. But here's my question for everybody, because we're talking about Brent Venables now, and I think this will lead you to the answer probably. If Brent Venables would not have hired Seth Luttrell and would have went and got a really good offensive coordinator, and they're sitting right now either 5-1 or 6-0, what is everyone's opinion of Brent Venables and this team and Brent Venables' tenure at Oklahoma? Totally different, right?
Big ifs, Jay.
No, that's my point. So he did make that hire, and that's kind of where they're at now. I think that hire totally changed the trajectory of this year's team completely. If they make a good hire in the offseason, we may be sitting here right now saying, wow, Jackson Arnold looks the part. Wow, Michael Hawkins uh, looks like he can do some things. Granted, injuries, I get it. Wide receivers are injured. Granted, O line was injured. But I've seen teams with not as much talent do great things with a good offensive coordinator. So I just think
Can it,
it was a bad hire, and it's hurting him right now, and it's hurting his overall look of the program, in my opinion.
the Brennan Marion talk in the chat. We're talking about OC, not head coach. Kenneth Nichols saying maybe time for Arnold to come back. Ron says, and Ron, I watched that team every single week. They were good running the ball. And someone said Brandon Daniels was slow. I don't know how you think that.
He wasn't
Uh,
slow, but he wasn't a
he was
speedster
an
either.
athlete. They had athletes a lot of places. He was a great.
Hey, hey, I want to get back to what Bobby said about Brennan Marion. He said laughable or whatever. Whenever they make a move at head coach, I don't know when it's going to be. To me, you have to go get somebody that's been a head coach. I just That's
It
my
is
opinion.
laughable to say Marion for head
I
coach. That's
I,
laughable.
I know it is. I'm just saying what I'm saying is whenever that happens and you make a move, I think you have to go get somebody that's head coach before. I think it's because I think the ones that can do it and at that level that have just been coordinators are very few. That's just me.
Hey, Sooner Cowboys. If BV, if they go 4-8, he's got to be gone.
Well, he asked it earlier. That's what I was kind of bringing up. Do you think he'll be gone? 4-8. I think if they
Four and
don't win
eight,
another
yes.
game, I think he's. I
That
think
that would prove that there's no way they could keep him at 4-8. Ski Breck. Yeah, I like Ski Breck. I love Breckenridge. Cimarron. That's a great run there on Breckenridge. I think it's Cimarron, Jay. And that's the one at Breckenridge. Love it. Love the Bulls there. Where is Marion currently coaching? He's the OC at UNLV. They're putting up
correct.
30 or 40 a week. If you want to watch him this week, it's actually a really great matchup between two offensive minds. Brennan Marion at UNLV and Ryan Grunderson at Oregon State. It's going to be a great matchup. I like
Hey,
Ryan Grunderson too.
I agree, but and let me get to really real's comment. It says no OC could have success with this offensive line, including tight end. They are just fragile guys. The foundation is weak. Agree. I agree, but I also think right now with the good OC, they could be 5-1. I think they could have won the Tennessee game if they had any depth at all. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying this offense should be a top 20 offense with a good OC with all the injuries, but what I'm saying is they can move the ball and at least score some points. It would be a lot. They would be probably instead of 130th, they might be 80s or 90s, which would probably give you another win. So
Two of
uh,
OU's 4 wins, they had less yards than the opponents.
it's not good, man. It's not good. We talk about this every night now. It's kind of getting old, but it is what Oklahoma has become right now on offense. Uh,
Shane Beamer, the OU's not going to hire Shane Beamer if he can't win at South Carolina.
yeah, he's had a lot of close losses. I mean, you want to talk about Brent Venables losing close games? He's had a lot too. Beamer has. Perryman says BV has one more year regardless of 4-8. And he may be right on
Four
that.
and
He may be
eight
right on
is
that.
4-8. I mean, that's with like 7 or 8 straight losses or whatever. Unbelievable. Can y'all help me out? I used to have all season on VHS that I saw on TV recorded. Was someone OC in 06, 07, or was Wilson already OC?
No,
Sumlin was never OC.
Sumlin was never OC, wide receiver
Kevin
coach.
Sumlin never was the offensive coordinator.
He might have been passing game coordinator. I don't remember him ever having or the OC title.
I think he was passing game coordinator, Jay.
I wanted Matt Campbell. What do you think?
That hire looked good. Some at the time, then it looked bad with all the issues. Now he looks really good again. I don't know.
That's it. Co-OC, passing game corner, wide receiver, but he never called plays at Oklahoma. He's kind of like Joe John Finley. He was co-OC title, but never called a play.
And as bad as Joe John Finley too, maybe. Marion's a good recruiter. I know that. I mean,
he's a great recruiter.
Look, for the SEC, you can get skill guys. I mean, part of that, you got to have a scheme. He's got one. Dan Mullen only has like a temporary. I would not want Dan Mullen long term for anything.
Hey, real quick.
I don't want him long term on my television.
Hey, yeah, real quick. Ron, this is a great comparison, really. Beamer jumped the ladder from not even he was just a position coach, and he went to, this is the same thing was what I'm saying. He went to a school which was beloved for him. Well, not beloved, but it's because of his dad's name. I think that he got, I don't want to be that way, but don't you think that's why he kind of got that job?
Probably.
And I think it would have been better for Beamer to get a smaller college school, not like a D2. I'm saying maybe like a Big 12 school. SEC, it's a big animal. Brent Venables at OU, it's a monster for never being a head coach. It's a monster. It is.
Hey, Mez, there's a lot of things that BV has said that were embellished a little bit. Just saying. Jay, how did Seth get this job, Jay?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm comparing it. That's what I'm saying, Ron. I'm agreeing with it. That because of who you know, I think I have a tough time believing that this job was ever opened up to interviews. So I think it was never really who's the most qualified. It was who can fit with what they have that Breevy thought could work with who he knows and what they have. That's what I think that came down to. It's a bad hire.
Casey
bad
Wood,
hire.
Norman, Jay.
Yeah, I know that's been said a lot. Hunter, why don't you go and drop the link in there?
You believe it, Jay?
What?
Casey Wood was in Norman?
Oh, does it say was in Norman?
Yeah.
No, I don't. Who said that?
Hey, and by the way,
was that Ron? Was it Ron?
Those comparing Matt Rule to Brent Venables, Matt Rule is the better coach. He's proven it. He's been a head coach for a while.
Oh, I love Matt Rule. And
it's
by
not
the way,
even close. BV's year 3 of being a head coach. Gary Patterson to me, no. He's a defensive guy like BV. I mean,
but real quick, anybody that's comparing Matt Rule and BV thinking that's a good comparison as far as coaching. Matt Rule rebuilt Temple. Matt Rule rebuilt Baylor. Matt Rule is now rebuilding Nebraska. Not a comparison. That's like apples and oranges.
Bobby,
he's way better, like proven.
Bobby's got a fun Marion fact. Hey, when he was at TU and he played a receiver at TU, he led the nation in yards per catch. The person behind him was Devon Mitchell's dad, Marco. That is a great trivia question. And hey, by the way, I saw Devon Mitchell post on his Instagram, Jay.
What'd he say?
Think he plays this week?
Jerm, I get so tired of you. You need to stop following people's Instagrams. It's literally about every other night I get a call. It is it right here. I get a call from Jeremy. I get a call. Hey, do you see David Stone's Instagram? Hey, do you see blah 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 Caleb Hicks Instagram?
I was right about David Stone.
He's playing
one night.
Right about what?
I won't go into detail.
You read too much into
some people. He's on the injury report this week.
What's that to do with anything? Hey, we got a caller.
What I told you is what it has to do with facts. I'm not going to say it on here, Jay. Guess who was right on the inverted wishbone and speed option? Yep, it was me, Jay.
Hey, well, we did think we have a call. Oh, there's an issue. Hang on. I think Hunter's trying to fix the
Wait,
issue.
Michael,
So
Michael, Michael Hawkins told Sooner Freak that Casey Woods was there.
Michael Hawkins told me Casey Woods was there. All right, we do have a caller. We got Mike on the line. How you doing, Mike? Mike, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yep. How
You
you
there?
doing tonight?
Can you hear us?
I'm doing good, guys. How are y'all doing?
We're good.
Good. What's
Yeah,
on
I'm
your
here.
mind?
What's going on?
If y'all can give me a second, I'm going. Do y'all? Yeah, I can hear y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Hey, try again. I think it's a bad connection. You seem a little bit delayed. Try one more time, Mike. Try join again. Appreciate you. Hey, Germ,
Yeah.
do you believe it on the Casey Wood stuff?
Are they on bye week this week?
I want to say that they were.
No, I don't. Here's why I don't believe it, Jay. You want to know a way to absolutely run what's going on right now, which is already ruined, is bring a guy in there in the middle of the season when you haven't fired anyone. That's dumb.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Jeremy, how about this? Everyone's saying fire a coach is a moron. Are you talking about anyone that says fire Seth the Trail's a moron? Hey, we do have Bobby in here. Bobby Red, why are you in here?
Yes. Can you hear me? Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
how are
what's
you
up,
tonight?
Bobby?
Hey, how are y'all? Yeah, listen, probably I don't believe BV's going to he'll probably be gone in about a couple of years. And I think we just need to go ahead and get our mind framed to where we're about a new head coach, probably like Matt Campbell or was it Matt Rule? I think would be a perfect coach for Oklahoma. What do y'all think about that?
I mean, Matt Rule over Matt Campbell every day on Sunday, every day. I think Matt Rule is and this is just my opinion. What he's done at the programs he's been at, I think he's a really good college coach.
Yeah, and hey, at this point I don't even and until that ever happens, it's hard for me to. I mean, that could be this year, that could be next year, that could be 3 years down the road. So I don't know. I don't know why anybody would honestly, if you're in the Big Ten at a school like Nebraska, don't know why you would leave there. I mean, you got a great chance to make the
Well,
playoff there.
you
I
also
just
2 years down the road, you never know what's going to happen with coaches across the country.
Maybe money wise is what I was thinking too. If we paid somebody a little, pretty good or something, and um, I don't know. So it's
Yeah.
yeah.
just a thought.
Hey,
Yeah. Well,
I
Bobby,
mean, he's a great coach.
Yeah.
So
thanks for calling in today.
All
Appreciate
right.
it.
All right. Talk to y'all later.
appreciate Bobby.
Later.
Hey,
Yeah, you
hey,
never know, Jay. 2
hey,
years, 2 years down the road, there's going to be names out there that maybe no one's even talking about.
hey, I will say you did kind of call out the conspiracy. I will say that Sooner Freak has been right before on some things.
Absolutely has been. What
So
conspiracy?
I
What conspiracy did I call out, Jay?
about Casey Woods being in Norman.
What do you mean called it out?
Didn't you say no? That's not going to happen. That's not happening.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
did.
saying Sooner Freak's been right a couple of times. So
What I said was if he's in Norman with coaches, that's ridiculous, Jay.
well, I mean, and Dapo says I
And
guess
I
he's
want to
the
get back to Jeremy's question. Well, I don't know what you mean, Jeremy. If you're talking about BV or you talking about any coach, because I've said fire a lot of coaches and call me a moron, call me Jeremy, call me anytime as long as you're paying for dinner or buying something. But in the meantime, yeah, call me a moron. I think there's several coaches that need to be gone off the offensive staff.
yeah. But hey, who is it? Could you go to this one that been calling? I know there's been a couple people calling for Casey Woods.
And he was in Norman, Jay, last year.
That's true. That's true. I guess I think we got Mike back on here. Mike, are you there?
Yeah, can y'all guys hear me?
We
We
got you
got
now,
you.
Mike. What's going on?
All right. Okay. I have the numbers in front of me from this year to John Blake's last season of 1998. Would you like me to go? Would you like to hear them? As bad
Give
as
us
it
them.
sounds.
Give us them.
Okay.
Cover my
I'm
ears.
going to give you. I'm going to give you Blake's first in 98. Total ranking in offense was 101. Yards per play was 4.5. Yards per game was 293.27. Our ranking in passing that year was 107. Yards per play, 6.6 yards, and 109.9 yards per game. Rushing yards ranking that year, we was 34th at 3.8 yards per play and 183.4 yards per game. Now, you guys are you ready for this?
Let's hear it.
Cover your ears, chat. The total ranking this year in 2024, total offense ranking is 124th. 4.48 yards
Yeah.
per play at 287.7 yards per game. Pass, we are
Unacceptable.
123rd. 5.8 yards per play at 165.7. And rushing, we are ranked 101st at 3.4 and 122 yards per game.
Yeah. It's
bad.
pitiful. Yeah.
Hey, but that was good
And
stuff. Sooner Legend podcast. Appreciate you calling in and giving the chat those stats.
yeah, that's off of my personal stats that I have collected over the years.
Great stuff,
Hey,
Mike. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Not a problem, brother. Y'all take care,
Sooner
Have a
guys.
good
Legend.
night.
There it is.
Have a good
Sooner
night,
Legend
Mike.
podcast. Dropping some bad stats, but he did some great work there. Hey,
Hey.
Easy Money, thanks for the super. How do you guys feel about OU's chances this week? I said 16-13 South Carolina. Probably the closer it gets to Saturday, my heart's going to start picking more, but there's not a lot to be excited about. Let me address the David Stone, because people are taking it out of context right now because of what you did, Jay.
No. What did I do?
Yeah, what you did, Jay.
Okay. That's fine.
Take it out of context. David Stone is on the availability report. He hadn't been on it all year. I don't know what his injury was. Do you, Jay? Maybe Hunter does. I didn't see him get hurt. He's probable.
But that's not addressing any issues. I
His
don't know.
Instagram post just had him in the uniform right after the game. And I asked how many downs he played that game, Jay. Do you know?
No.
You think True Serum and David Stone says he's happy with playing time, or do you think he thought he'd play more right now? I've lost Jason, I think. There he is. Welcome back, Jay.
I think I cut out on you. Did I?
You did.
Sorry.
3 plays, Hunter says.
Okay, but I think when I brought it up, it was just
what was his injury?
I don't know his injury, but I don't really even. I think when I said it about Stone, I was going just naming guys that you talked about Instagram posts where you're like, oh, Caleb Hicks is going to play a lot this week, or David Stone's going to play a lot based off his Instagram. That's all I meant by it, Brian Bald Eagle. I didn't mean anything by it other than sometimes Jeremy will read into an Instagram post and think some guy's going to play or not play.
There's no smoke to it. The smoke was
Zero.
the Devon Mitchell's post. I thought, I'm hoping. It's just me hoping he plays a lot or actually plays any.
Hey, did you see Sooner Freak 29 said he will take you and your whole family out to dinner if he's wrong?
But how can he prove he was in town this week, Jay?
Probably after a hire would happen would be the only thing I could think of. I don't know how you could prove it.
I'm going to ask Sooner Freak. I want Sooner Freak to call in because I got to ask him something. Sooner Freak, I'm calling you out to call in. I want to talk to you voice to voice. Hey, David Stone has been disappointing. I actually don't think he has been. He just hasn't played. He's made some plays when he's been in there.
Well, I think what Ski is saying that a lot of people thought he'd play a lot as a freshman.
Yeah, Jaden Jackson has been the one that's played most.
I think that's why he's saying
Well, hey,
Yeah,
this is a fact. He can't redshirt. He's already played 4 games, so I think you got to increase his minutes. You're not going
Fred,
to
you're
be
not.
redshirting him.
Yeah, you're right, and Fred, you're not wrong with this comment at all. It has to happen.
I was
Play
just
with the big
curious what
boys.
his injury was. Maybe Hunter
I
knows.
don't know. It doesn't even really. That's the weird thing is it doesn't say on the injury report what the injury is.
Sam Franklin is questionable, and that's due to concuss. I mean, the dude looked like he got concussed. Hey,
Bobby
which brings
says,
up something interesting. Who's going to return kicks? I think you got to put Taylor Tatum back there.
yeah, I mean, I'm sure everybody saw the stat where Tatum's averaging 6.7 yards a carry. It's not even close. He's averaging the most yards per carry per running back. But
I know, Hunter. They put Devin Jordan back there, and he didn't look very good.
Hey,
I
Bobby
like
said.
Devin Jordan a whole lot, though.
Hey, Bobby said Casey Woods coming to Normal while on the SMU staff is highly unlikely and more than likely would be a violation of his contract. I don't think anybody's saying coming right now. I think maybe when something would happen, he would be coming. Corey's on the line.
What's up, Corey? And I agree with Clyde. Tatum needs to be in the backfield more than anyone else. What's up, Corey?
How are y'all doing?
Good,
Great
you?
as usual.
That's good. All this like talk about OU football is kind of depressing.
Yeah.
So can we change the subject for a minute? Like, do you mind?
To what?
OU
Some
softball?
Thunder basketball.
What's your take on Thunder?
SGA is gonna shoot more threes this year.
MVP, yay or nay?
Yay.
I do like the additions they made. Hartenstein and Caruso. I lost it there.
Caruso, Jerm.
Yeah,
Caruso.
Caruso. I think he's a glue guy. I'm excited. 8 days away.
Yes, sir.
Hey, but that's probably all the Thunder talk we'll talk tonight.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you
But I do
changed it for about
appreciate you
30
changing the
seconds.
subject.
30 seconds, Mess. We got some power. Corey, we got some positive talk. I called you Mess because Mess is always positive.
It's all good.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Corey.
you, Corey.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Have a good night, man. Hey, yeah,
What's the
trying to bring
big
some
buzz on Casey
positivity,
Woods,
man.
What is the big deal on Casey Woods? They about lost 3 games early on. Couldn't score anything. Didn't know who their quarterback was.
I mean, Hunter could probably. I mean, Casey Woods has been around for a while. I mean, he's kind of climbed the coaching ranks. The question I would have, and I think this is what you would have to think about if you're an OU fan, is where you're wanting to move to as far as the next OC down the road is. Do you want somebody that's been that's an up and comer? Do you want somebody that's a big name that might, for instance, Chip Kelly, a guy that's done it all, but Ohio State played a bunch and paid him as an OC. It's kind of where you want to go.
On Sooner Freak 29, he said Michael. He wasn't talking about Michael Hawkins. I think he's talking about Michael Fasusi.
I don't know, Jerm. I don't read minds.
I have
don't
a photographic memory.
Photographic memory has nothing to do with trying to
It
read
does.
somebody's
I
mind.
remember Sooner Freak talking to Michael Fasusi.
But Jerm,
right here, Jay. I got one. You
all right,
don't.
hang on.
I got one. You don't.
No, I'm gonna hang on right now. Just keep talking. I
got throw $3 million at Marion. Yeah, throw everything at kitchen sink at him. At this point, put Roy D. Mercer in as OC. How big a boy are you? Why are we talking about? Hey, I didn't bring up the Casey Wood. I nixed that rumor as soon as it happened, but then someone bet me a steak dinner. So
hey, Jerm, real quick.
Yeah,
I'm gonna read definition of photographic memory. And you tell me where in here does it say that you can read the future? Ready? The ability to remember information or visual image in great detail. How do you read somebody's mind off that?
Has nothing to do with reading someone's mind.
You're trying to read somebody's mind.
No, Sooner Freak told us it was Michael Fasusi about 3 months ago.
I know that. But then you said you have a photographic memory.
And I remembered that.
Whatever. Just forget it. You don't understand what I'm saying.
Blake, I love Blake from Utah. Worst take I've ever heard. That is the worst take I've ever heard.
How big a boy are you? A little Roy D. Mercer there, Ski Brick.
Hey, Hey,
Little Roy D.
hey,
Mercer.
guess who else was a great player and made the NFL and can't coach anything? DeMarco Murray. And speaking of DeMarco Murray, did you hear what BB said about him?
No. After this, we'll
Jason,
get to
you might not
K.
have heard this, but here's what he said.
Yeah.
He said Taylor Tatum had the longest running play of the game at 13 yards, but it was the play on film that they all had to criticize the most because his footwork was bad, all this, blah, 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 blah. Then he fumbled the ball. But then he said, I told Coach Murray, don't tear him down too much. We want him playing.
Yeah.
That's implying that Murray is just ripping on people all the time and just, I don't know, man.
Yeah. Hey, we got Cade on the line. What's up, Cade?
What's up, Kate?
What's going on? Can y'all hear me?
Sure
Yeah,
can.
we can hear you. How you doing?
Pretty good. How are y'all doing?
Good,
Great.
man. Good.
First of all, DeMarco hasn't done a whole lot, in my opinion, as that's what y'all are talking about. But
Hasn't.
What is the number one thing that y'all are looking for from the offense Saturday?
Explosive plays. That's
Me too, Jay.
that's really all I want to see, Cade. Because here's the thing: I don't think, and I wonder if you agree or disagree with this, but I don't think they're going to drive it down the throat on anybody and go 10 plays. And I don't think I don't know if they have that in their availability or ability. I think they're going to have to make some big plays. Steve says a touchdown. I just want to see some type of explosiveness from somebody on that field to take it 40 to 50 yards and score. Hasn't happened.
I would agree. I was kind of going to think little bit less than that and maybe like a first down.
Oh.
Yeah, that's hey. If
I
that's
mean,
where we're at, that
we
shows
got
the state
Corey,
of the
we got
offense.
Corey bringing the positivity and Cade dropping the positive to get a first down. Love it.
I mean, I try to be a little bit more positive than that, but it's discouraging. I mean, my goodness, sometimes it feels like it is tough to get a first down.
And here's what's crazy: OU had more first downs than Texas. They held Quinn Ewers under 200 yards, and they got drilled.
Yeah, I was being a little bit of a smart aleck, but
no, I
see
get
what
you.
you're saying.
Y'all know what I meant, but
I know what
yeah,
you mean for sure.
I would love to see an explosive play like Baker to Sterling for 90 yards or something, you know?
Who would it be?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Hey, let me ask you this, guys. Longest pass play that was a touchdown this year.
10 yards?
It has to be a touchdown.
10 yards? 15 yards?
Bauer Sharp.
I don't know if it was 10 or
Deion
15 yards.
Burks cut a 13-yard corner route. I remember that one.
Maybe the first game of the year they had one in the 15 or 20, but it's just not been there. So
Hunter says Deion game one.
Yeah, if Deion doesn't play, I'd say your guy is either Brennan Thompson on a long shot, which he hasn't really been much of a player, or JJ Hester. I mean, honestly, I would like to see Jaquez Petaway get a little more involved. He looked pretty dang good that second half or that last quarter of Tennessee, and we haven't really seen much of him.
I agree, and he played last week a lot, but never saw him because no one was throwing the ball at all. That's what's interesting. Cade, thanks for the call, man.
Thanks, Cade. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Hey, Fanstop says, now that you've seen a little bit of a body of work from both QBs, if you could go back to the Auburn game, who would you start? Well, here's the deal, Fanstop. The Auburn game I wouldn't even go back to because at that point,
he's trying to get it rolling in here.
At that point, you had to start Hawkins based on what Arnold did against Tennessee and the way Hawkins looked against Tennessee. Now, if I had to go this week, man, I've already said what I would do Saturday, Jay. I'm playing both QBs till one looks like the better one.
You're playing a 2-quarterback system.
Absolutely.
Wow,
Until one stands up and says, okay, this guy looks the part a little more.
Hey, Fanstop, here's what I think is going to happen. I think Michael Hawkins gets this whole game against South Carolina. If it's not very good and it's another bad, no scores performance, then I think it's probably back to Arnold or somebody else. I think they're going to give him another full game. Hey, and by the way, guys, the Fanstop texted, was it yesterday or today? I can't even remember. But we saw the shirts for November and December. If you're not signed up for the Shirt of the Month Club, you need to go sign up very soon so you can get the November shirt. But sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club, www.thefanstop.com. Use code SURGE. You'll get 10% off your orders. They are fire shirts. I've seen both November and December. You want to be signed up, promise you. So.
Yeah, and hey, Bobby says he'd play the 2 QB system. And here's the deal. I feel a little bit for Casey Thompson. I feel a little bit. Someone asked if the fan stock can call in and talk about the Shirt of the Month Club. So who said that on here? Someone mentioned that.
I don't know. I think it was Corey.
Chester says, that's up to him. Arnold looked scared in his games. I haven't seen too much fear. Hawkins last week looked timid. And when Chester, you say Arnold looked scared in his games, I think it was a Tennessee game. I mean, the other games, guys, he didn't play great, but he had 7 TDs, 2 picks. That's a fact. 7 TDs, 2 picks. First 3 games.
CW Long said not going to sacrifice the red shirt.
If he said that, though, but here's the deal. If he has said that, Jay, BV would not be even hinting at a 2-quarterback system. If Jackson Arnold said, I want a red shirt or whatever that people are saying on here, would BV really say, I'm not rolling out a 2-quarterback system this year? Come on.
Now, Chester does bring up a good point. He did have Burks with him. Burks was a big difference in that lineup. I mean, Hawkins hasn't got to play with Burks at all. I mean, that's fair. Okay. That's fair.
What do you mean,
really,
bull?
Real things.
Bull what? CW Long, call in right now and tell me what I'm bull on.
You're bull a lot. I mean,
I'm a great listener.
Oh, wow. Since when?
You have to be as an assistant principal, Jay.
Jerm, rearrange the letters of listen. What does it spell?
Silent, Jay.
I've never heard you silent in my life. No. Ever. Not one time. And that's twice. I put 2 fingers up.
DeMarco Murray is a good coach and a great recruiter. The offensive line belongs to them. Yeah, I get what you're saying there. It's weak. It's no anger in them. It's bad. What's the number? Let's hear it. Hey, put it in there, Hunter. Drop the link for CW Long. I want him to say what I'm bull on.
Fred is the second person that has now said this, that Hawkins is going to have a good game this week and air it out.
Players are acting like he might.
If it's aired out, and like if they aired out this week, it's almost like that. I'm sorry, but that almost makes me even more frustrated with like. I don't know. It's like, can they not prepare for any game? I mean, it's so frustrating. What's the call-in number? It's pinned in the chat, guys. It's pinned in the chat. You can go there. It's pinned probably at the top of the chat. You can just click on it.
It's a link.
It's a link. But yeah, it won't be picture. It'll just be audio. So.
Hey, and by the way, let's dispel any rumors. The Casey Woods rumor was from Sooner Freak, and he's pretty confident in that. But I don't think anyone's going to come in right now in the middle of practice week and have a meeting with coaches. My personal opinion. The David Stone stuff was not a rumor. People were talking about one. He's on the injury report as probable. He only played 3 plays last week. The Devon Mitchell stuff, I just said I liked his Instagram post. Maybe he's going to play this week. That's it.
Yeah, and maybe Hunter can drop the link again, so if they can't find it at the top of it, maybe Hunter can just drop it in here again in the chat if it's easier.
Hey, I'll say this with Clark.
There it is.
Arnold's mistakes are fixable, but so are Hawkins. They're both fixable. The problem is they don't have a coach who coaches quarterbacks.
And there's
the quarterback coach is trying to figure out how to call a play. How are you going to coach the quarterbacks if you don't even know what play you're going to call?
Well, you're trying to put in an offense. It sounds like the last 2 weeks they try to put in a whole different offense.
Right hand green.
Try to put in a whole another offense.
Yellow.
So hey, we have Fan Stop on here.
Kevin, what is
how
up,
are you, bro?
What is up, Fan Stop, Kevin?
Hey, Jeremy and Jason, how you doing?
We're
good,
great,
dude.
man. Hey, let me start by saying massive shout out to you. We appreciate all your support, all you do for the channel. But while you're on here, someone asked, maybe you give explanation of your site and everything.
Sure. So we have about 52 schools now. Our latest one is Syracuse, which is not really launched yet, but we'll be launching it soon. Um, we still got a few schools we got to add. Licensing's not easy. You just got to go through the process, and hopefully, eventually, these schools will come in and be part of the fan stop. But we have two different packages. One's our standard package, which is T-shirts only, all year long, and then we have our premium package, which is T-shirt, short sleeve T-shirts, March through September, long sleeves October, November, and February, and then hoodies December and January. So if you sign up by the 20th of the month, you'll get the next month's shirt. So you still have time for to sign up to get the November shirt. Just a few days. I think Sunday's the 20th. If you sign up by Sunday, you will get the November long sleeve shirts. Shirts start shipping out the first week of each month. We tried to have everything shipped out by the 10th, and but yeah, we enjoyed doing it. It's been fun. We launched in 2017. We're the only company really doing a subscription T-shirt, so we really enjoy it.
Awesome, Kevin. Appreciate you. Appreciate you jumping on here and explaining.
No
I know we
problem.
got a couple
You,
callers
you have
behind
any
you. I
thoughts,
think.
real quick? Give us a take on OU's offense right now before you get off here.
Terrible. Uh, man, it's you go every time when they go on an offensive series, you expect to go something different, but it just seems like the same things being thrown out there. I'm to the point now, geez, at least throw some interceptions, at least try, because it don't even seem like we're being aggressive. It's almost like let's hold on to the ball and see if our defense can win this game, which in some instances might be okay, but man, you got to score a little bit.
Oh yeah, I agree. Get aggressive. If you're gonna lose out, fight, lose going out strong, fighting.
Yeah,
Hey,
absolutely.
Kevin,
Thanks,
thanks,
Kevin.
man. Appreciate the
Thanks,
Appreciate you.
fan
guys.
stop.
Appreciate it.
All right,
Have a
appreciate
good
it.
night.
There's
I think
some
I
info
think
from
we
the
have.
fan stop right there.
That's right. I think we have Boomer Sooner on the line. Is that right? Who we got?
That's right. I think we have Boomer Sooner on the line. Is that right? Who we got? That's right. I think we have Boomer Sooner on the line. Is that right? Who we got?
I hear it. Strong echo.
Turn your TV down, whoever this is.
Turn your TV.
All right.
Hello, we got you on the line. Are they going? All right,
Aaron
call back in.
said,
Make sure you turn your TV off.
try it again. Aaron says I like the two quarterback switch.
Hey, we got CW Long.
What's up,
now.
CW? Can you hear me?
Maybe not. Moving on. Jeremy.
I'm ready to be called out. Someone said I was bull, so
He'll
we'll
call
get
back
it in
in.
a second.
CW will call back in. I don't see how the offense players can be motivated to play for Seth.
Yeah, that's the issue. What is the mindset of the offense and the coaches and everything right now? That's the
Can't be good. Can't be good. I mean, if you're a receiver right now, I mean,
they don't know.
I just don't know how you can be excited with what's going on offensively. I mean, so
you can't, Jay. And then nothing was done. So Sooner Legend says make sure you close out YouTube when you call in.
it's just like
if you're watching us on your phone, close out YouTube, or if it's in the area where you're at, that way there's no echo. Looks like we have someone on here.
Boomer Sooner, let's try it again. Are you there, Boomer Sooner?
Are you there, Boomer?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We're still getting echo, Boomer. I don't know what. Still getting echo there.
Sooner.
Hunter, I don't know what's going on. We're still getting echo. So
I don't know, but he said Boomer Sooner, so that's all good.
It's all positive. It's all positive.
Talon says, I think we're at the point where the defense is just like, forget it. The problem is, if we're going to know if that happens.
Hey, Sooner Freak's in.
Mez says, turn off the YouTube. Sooner Freak 29. What's up? Nope, Sooner Freak's not in, Jay. What is going on? We're getting a bad streak here going. Wow, look at this hot, really real, or really bad. Really real or really, really bad take. Hawkins going to have 300 yards passing. OU would still not have a 200-yard passer. OU hasn't had a 200-yard passer. You're going to say Michael Hawkins is going to get 300 yards? That's a very hot take. South Carolina's secondary, tall, athletic, good. They're going to put pressure on the quarterback. Man, that's a hot take, really real.
Really real. They've played 6 games. They haven't had a 200-yard passer. What are you watching to tell you they're going to have a 300-yard passer? By the way, against South Carolina, whose defensive ends are really good. I think we have a caller.
Hey, real quick, I am Star
Shakur's
Sports.
on the line.
I will be going to the game. I will be at the game. What's up?
What's up, Shakur?
Y'all can hear me?
Oh,
Gotcha.
man, we got a Texas fan and it works.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez,
You already know. Hey,
That's not surprising. Gosh.
hey, you already know what it is.
How you
What's
doing,
going
man?
on?
Hey, I'm doing all right. Hey, check this out. This is what I want to say. If I was a Sooner fan, I would want Jackson over Mike because at least Jackson gonna give you a chance. He gonna throw the ball, something. He gonna do something. Like when I was watching the game Saturday, I seen from the first quarter, I say Mike, he's scared to throw the ball. He's scared to throw the ball, and in my opinion, he seen what a lot of Sooner fans and the coaches said about Jackson turning over the ball, and he don't want to lose his spot, and he don't want to get criticized like Jackson did.
Well, Shakur, you're right in the fact that I do think, and I think it's probably been preached from coaches, can't turn the ball over, but it was to the opposite direction. You can't like wrangle a quarterback up and really not let him play their game. And you're
Right.
right about that. You could tell Texas knew it too, Shakur. They were they knew he was not going to beat him throwing the ball. And
I mean,
they had a spy on him most of the time, and as soon as he took off running, couldn't get anywhere. So
I'm gonna say this
disappointing.
here. I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna jump off. I appreciate y'all. Let me come on. In my opinion, a lot of Sooner fans may not agree, but I think Jackson a better thrower of the ball, in my opinion.
Yeah, and he was. I mean, out of high school, they're both. They're
Arnold was
both
more highly talented, though.
Arnold was more highly touted, and the deal is he a turnover machine? He's had bad games. He had 7 TDs, 2 picks going in the Tennessee game. The Tennessee game was atrocious. He lost his mind. And then I agree with you, Shakur. The narrative's been too many turnovers. We're going to win this game. We're going to beat Texas with holding the ball, scoring a few points, and trying to shorten the game. Well, it didn't happen. And now they've made, I think, Michael Hawkins timid, hesitant, and that's not who he is either. It's bad coaching.
Right. Hey, let me ask y'all one more thing, Jay and Jerry. Hey, what y'all think about Billy Bowman when he said y'all gave us the game?
Here's what I'll say about this. Let me answer. I would say that I don't like it when somebody loses and then says that you got beat. You got beat 34-3, and pretty much Steve Sarkisian said the same thing. Like, well, it doesn't matter if you feel like you gave him stuff. You didn't win. You got beat. So if you wanted to say that, say it before the game, not after the game when it's over. You know what I mean? It's just, to me, it's like an excuse.
Well,
and I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's what Okie Long guy says. It's not a good look. I mean, I think if you put a true serum in Billy Bowman, Shakur, Billy Bowman's mad that he overran some tackles. So he personally is thinking, man, I
should have made that play.
Yeah.
Hey, I like Eli. What's his name? Eli Bowman.
Eli Bowman.
Yeah. He nice. He nice. I like him.
Yep.
Hey, good luck against Georgia.
I mean, y'all have a good one, bro.
That'll be a good
good
game.
luck this week. I think you'll go.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right.
Win by 10 this week. I think Texas does. So appreciate it, Shakur. Okie Long guy says Arnold's overrated, Jerm.
And I can't sit here and say he's lived up to his billing. I mean, that would be I would look like more of an idiot than I already do. And Jay, you look just like me, so who cares?
I don't look like you. Don't say that.
Okay.
We look a little bit different. And hey, what are your score predictions? I have 13-10 South Carolina.
I have 6.
I already know Mess going to be in here coming at me for that take, but
I'm still waiting on CW Long get this figured out so he can tell me what I was bull on. And Sooner Freak was on here and lost it.
Yeah, so
the Texas
Shakur had
fan
no problem.
joins up and it's perfect communication. Imagine that.
Texas has got it together, man.
Going to the SEC was not a bad move for the university. Is it going to be bad for the football team and their hopes at a playoff? Possibly.
Score prediction
Better
for
beard
Texas,
game.
Georgia.
Absolutely, Okelon guy. My beard game's live.
Well, how long have you had that beard, Jerm?
I don't even know, Jay.
Okay, so long you can't even remember. So what? 2 years?
No, heck
This
no.
is going on about 5 days, so I'll catch up. No worries.
Must be that Texas internet compared to OU's internet.
Is the Texas internet? Is the Texas internet like the Texas NIL? Is that what he's saying?
Maybe. Joe C says if UT can be successful, so can we. Well, yeah, things have to change though. When the clock hits 0 in the fourth quarter and OU is ahead, they win. That's his prediction.
Bet's growing it since he was 12. I probably never shaved in his life. So move to the Mountain West. Come on now, guys. Come on now.
I still want to know what I'm bull on. Put it in the chat.
I don't know if CW Long is still on here. He may be gone. I haven't seen him in the chat for a while, so he may be out, Jerm.
Hey.
So we'll see.
So, Jay, out of the availability report, out of things you've heard, I know you've heard some things. Is there? I don't see any Sooner fan from what happened Saturday till today, Wednesday night, could have any more hopes. There's one thing that I've heard, and I haven't heard it. I saw it last Saturday. I think Troy Everett at center gives me some hope about the O-line being better. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I just don't know.
I think Taylor
how
Tatum
much better can he make you, Jerm? How much better can he make you?
Taylor Tatum's RB1 can give me a little more hope at explosive play in the running game.
Hey, Talon's question here. Last year was year 3 at Texas, but don't forget he had other stops. He had stop at USC as a head coach, and I believe Washington too, right? Was he at Washington?
I believe so, Jay.
So he's been head coaches before, other than just Texas. Now, last year was his 3rd year at Texas, and this is BV's 3rd year at Oklahoma.
He went elsewhere in hopes, I think, to go back and be Bama's coach. But thanks for the calling in Sooner Legend podcast and the stats that you dropped.
I don't know what Okelon is asking.
That's a weird question.
Unless he's asking, does people grow facial hair sooner now? I don't know the science behind it.
I remember in middle school.
Fired both places. That's correct. He wasn't good. And, he had the personal problems, too. I don't know if that was USC. I can't remember.
He figured it out, though, Jay.
The guy's always been...
There's growing pains. There's growing pains for coaches, Jay. BV's in one right now. Absolutely is.
Because of a bad hire.
Yes.
But
yeah, I think so, Jay. I mean...
yeah.
Yep.
So...
I'm going to say David Stone plays this week, even though he's probable. Jay, do you realize most people that have been probable haven't even been playing? I would like to go look at how many probable guys on the report actually have played.
If they're on the injury report, the chances of them playing are slim and none.
I agree.
And
I just don't know what David Stone's injury was.
But here's the thing, Jerm. At this point, offensively, who coming back is going to say, oh, this team's going to be going to score a bunch of points? There's not. I don't care if you bring in 3 receivers off the injury report. I think it's going to be the same offense. I don't. It's not just that they're missing players, in my opinion. I think they have other issues that are way beyond that. Way beyond that.
There are bigger issues, but it's part of it.
Well, even if you have your starting receivers out there, the quarterback doesn't throw the ball, let go of it. What's that going to do for you? CW Long is still in the chat.
Wait, how long should we wait for what? I missed the question. You said I was bull. You said bull, Germ. And now you're saying how long should we wait? I'm curious. Mont PBM Gaming says, OU needs 1 to 2 years to get to where they want to be. They just don't have the guy.
He's right about that.
I agree on the O-line. They had some dudes offensively that got hurt. The O-line, I don't know if they got the dudes, except for the guys that are young.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mont. I agree with you on the O line. If you want to go back 2 years ago, the recruiting class, it doesn't look like it's panned out to be that great of a class with guys. I mean, we can go down the list. Howland, Ozida, was Sexton on that list, I believe? Was Taylor on that list? I mean, were all of them on that same? Was that the same class? I'm trying to remember, but a lot of those guys are in year 2 or 3 now. They're not. They haven't panned out to be just dominant. So I would agree with that take. KB Longhorn
So
says I was talking to some buddies today. One is an A&M fan. He was saying OU's strength and conditioning coach was at A&M. Yeah, Jerry Schmidt was. He said they stayed decimated with injuries on the time he was there. I know nothing about him. Hey, you're bringing up something that's probably going to just go off the deep end on this chat because people like to bash Jerry Schmidt for injuries. Fact of the matter is this. I have yet to have anybody, and I asked this in Discord about a month ago. Drop in the Discord, drop in the chat on here. Show me the guys that have been injured. Give me the statistics of it before I can say anything about it. People say that, but I don't ever see statistics about it. And why is it only offensive players right now, no defensive players? I mean, it doesn't
I
make
agree.
sense.
I mean, it would have to be all across the board, and it's not.
Now,
Wait,
here's what I
what
will
is?
say. Wait, I want to say something about it. Here's what I will say. Texas A&M when Schmitty was there, the culture. Don't forget, Smitty's a very difficult, tough coach. He came to Oklahoma after Lincoln Riley. It's a different mentality. He's very hard on players. He asked a lot of you. He did the same thing at A&M. I wouldn't call A&M a tough team. So I think he was trying to change the narrative there. And to me, it's like maybe if you got to either be tough or you're gonna. I don't know. I just
Yeah, I'm not going to get into it because I don't think it's across the board. I still want to know what CW long means. How long do we wait to make an advance? I don't know what the advance means. Any notable players out? David Stone is probable. Sam Franklin is a new one on the list. He's questionable, probably in concussion protocol. And Hunter, maybe you can drop it in there, the link to the availability report. I think those are really the only two that I kind of recall that I noticed different. We have a caller on here.
I don't. Is Corey? Is it Corey? I don't know. Somebody's on here. Hunter dropped it in there. It's SEC Sports. There it is.
If CW Long is trying to ask me how long till we make a decision on moving from Brent Venables, is that what he's asking me?
I don't know, Jern. I don't know.
Maybe because okay, here's what I'll say, CW, because I watched Schnellenberger. It was awful. It was a laughing stock in college football. It was pathetic. John Blake was absolutely bad. You had to have circles on the sideline to have the amount of guys to add up to the number of players. It was embarrassing. And OU's there again with this offense. It's an embarrassment in college football. How long till you move on from BV? I said it. If they go 5-7, he should be gone. Gone. 5-7. If they don't make a bowl game, he should be out of here. I've said it. Or if they go 7-5 and he doesn't fire offensive staff members, he should be gone. There. Is that what you want? That's what I've said.
Man, look at that, Miguel, Jets fan. Hey, is Corey on the line?
I need to call some people out. I need to call everybody out that plays CFB 25. I'm available to put the whooping on you.
What's your
Corey?
ID?
Wow.
What's your login? I'll put it in the chat so people know how to play you.
Okay, I will.
Drop it in the chat, Corey. Corey's calling people out.
Corey, you're gonna get torched, bud. Jeremy, you need a blood pressure pill.
Or a win against South Carolina. That'll help me. Grey God says Corey's dodging him. Oh!
Corey, hey, why did you call in, bro? Wow.
Look at CW saying bull, and we agree. Hey, I just watched a great movie. I took Chester's advice, Jay. Is Chester on here? I took Chester's advice.
You watched a movie with your wife tonight, didn't you?
Nope. I took the boys to a movie and let her have the house by herself tonight.
So you're saying she'd rather be home by herself than with you?
Absolutely.
Oh, so you didn't take his advice. Yeah, I did. You took his offer. No, he said spend time with. No, he said spend time with your wife.
I made her happy.
You did the opposite.
Took everyone out, watched Wild Robot, teared up a little. They got everyone together. That's what we're trying to do here. Get everyone together at the Sooner Surge, moving in the right direction, and get a dub on Saturday.
Hey, we got about 5 more minutes left if you want to call in with a question or any
Yeah, who's going
comment.
to give us
5 more
another great
minutes.
call?
Somebody call in and rip Jeremy. I'm ready for somebody to go at Jeremy for his silly comment earlier.
Hey, all I
Jeez.
know is I heard FanStop get on here and talk about the premium package that's got the hoodie months. It's hoodie season, guys, if you haven't stepped outside in Oklahoma. It's time to
Blake said
get
he cried
hoodies.
about 5 times during
Really?
Robot. How many times did you cry?
Man, I looked at I had boys on both sides of me, and I couldn't tell they weren't really getting emotional, but man, I was rubbing them eyes, man.
Let me ask this. Because I've cried quite a bit in movies, especially like Sooner Freak says he's tried twice. Try it one more time, Sooner Freak. See if we can get you in here.
Sooner Freak, you're dropping rumors, but now we can't hear you.
Hey, when I cry in movies, do you like let it out, or do you like act like do you kind of like act like you let it go?
I absolutely act like I'm not crying, Jay.
Oh, if you're gonna cry it out, man. Don't hide it.
Jay, your take on that was Jay. That was Jay.
That was me. That was me. And I like Gruden. I know a lot of people don't. But play it off like a man. I don't. Adjust the hat's a one-tier guy.
Sometimes I start laughing, so I won't like cry out loud. It's something.
Yeah, and I'm right, Talon. I'm with you, bro. I just stare there and let them roll, baby. Let them roll. Yeah. Better to let it go, man. Better to let it go.
Sooner Freak's gonna try to call on one more time. Get on here. Oh, saying it's not a rumor. Yeah. Hey, I want to ask Sooner Freak something though, but I can't. Do you think it's a good look then? If you're going to say it's not a rumor, do you think it's a good look for another coach from another team to be on campus when you haven't fired anyone on the current staff? That's my question. And were you talking about Michael Fasusi, not Michael Hawkins? That's my other question. Checking my photographic memory.
Hey, basketball season soon. Next Wednesday, I believe, is media day there in Oklahoma. They've already had SEC media day, but it's soon. I think it's in 2.5 weeks, maybe.
Hey, so Hunter, are you saying he might have already gone? And Bobby's implied this. Are you saying he may have gone to Seth Luttrell and said, "Look, you're just going to finish out the season. We're moving on," and they've already started looking for people? Is that what you're implying, Hunter?
I guarantee he hasn't told Seth Luttrell if they're getting rid of him. I mean, why would you do that? Would you ever tell somebody they're fired at your job to let them teach the rest of the year?
That happens in education, Jay.
No, it doesn't.
Absolutely.
That's never happened where you fire somebody and say stay on the staff. What do you
tell someone you're not bringing them back? It happens every year, Jason.
How early do you tell them?
Usually, you have to know usually by March.
So that's like a month. That's like a 2 weeks notice. Okay.
3 months.
Well, you still got 6 weeks left in the season. It's a little early.
All
let him sweat it out.
Exactly right, Drew. Exactly right. Exactly right. I forgot Blake's a teacher as well. Education guys sticking together. See, look at Jay. I kind of know what I'm talking about.
What?
Everyone's saying, yeah, it's new. This isn't a new background. This is my background every single night, unless I'm at the Walmart parking lot.
Wait, why didn't you just start hopping up and down like you're having like a? I don't know what I'm talking about. What are you?
Because you said that doesn't happen, Jay. It absolutely does.
Okay, I was wrong. I've been wrong plenty of times. I think that's weird. I'm in a different world than you. I'm not in education, and if I were to fire somebody, I wouldn't let them stick around for another 6 months.
Well, firing and letting go is two different things.
Whoa, it's the same thing, Jeremy. I'm not even going to go down that road. Jeez,
absolutely isn't in education. Not even close.
Letting go and fire is the exact same thing.
No, it's not, Jason. Joe C says, let him resign. That is what's going to happen. He'll do that at the end. And I get that Seth was Jaden O'Neal's main recruiter, but Jaden O'Neal can't be watching this and thinking, man, loving Seth Luttrell's offense.
Will's asking us to call out Carolina Jackpot tomorrow night. I don't know who Carolina. I have to check out who that is. It's
Yeah, we
about the
should.
money,
Jay.
Jason.
So it is.
CW Long said it's about the money. Are you talking about letting go and fire? It's about the money.
It's
Are you
about
talking about
also you being
severances?
able to get another job, Jay. It's anyway. I'm not going to spend time talking about that.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that either. To be honest, I don't want to go down that road. No.
Hey, yeah. Someone asked what's going on, Sooner Freak, but Sooner Freak, I don't think's able to call in. So I guess we'll just end it here tonight. It's been fun as always. Appreciate everyone that's called in tonight. Appreciate the super from Easy Money. We even had Shakur call in as a Texas fan. Jay, he's a Gamecock fan with the channel with subs. He's absolutely hilarious. We'll have to check him out. I don't really get into a lot of those, but I'll check him out. We'll see what we can do. Appreciate everyone. We will be here tomorrow night. We'll have a softball video that'll be breaking down that OU softball win at Texas A&M Commerce Fall Battle Series. And then we'll be on it.
Hey,
what's up, Jay?
Hey, you said softball. They scored 19. Will OU get 19 on Saturday?
I don't have them scoring 19.
I don't either.
All right. We'll see everyone tomorrow night.